Good afternoon, church. I'm here to pay a special tribute to a friend, a sister, and a confidant via the way of technology, and I thank God for that. It was after the death of her mother that she was placed into my hands to be cared for. A mother, a friend, a sister, a child, a sitter, and a confidant. She was one of these to many, but was all of that to me. Our childhood days were full of laughter and joy, not because we were showered with gifts, toys, or the doll that we always dreamt of, but because of the little things, the river and sea baths together, our hot days of walking up and down Sunsover Road from school, the moments spent playing jacks and peacock, and yes, the moonlight of jumping skip rope. We can't forget the meals we shared, even when it was not enough to share. Those days could not be complete with the moments we spent together, shedding tears on each other's shoulders, when our hearts were broken at an early age, and when we innocently took on the responsibility of becoming parents with very little support and knowledge of the seriousness of our decisions. When those inner deep feelings of fear and selflessness could not be uttered. Furthermore, when there were no one that we could trust with those feelings, we trusted and shared with each other. We could always find comfort in each other whenever we needed it. Not only did we share the same name and endured similar circumstances, but had a lot in common. This is also true in the number of children we had, 2 boys and 1 girl, all within the same age group. As God would have his way, and as life rolls on, we were separated by millions of miles of deep blue waters. Yet in my heart, it seemed we grew closer, for her voice of cheer, her unique laughter, would be heard at every thought of her. Periodic panoramic view of our lives together would flash before me, like television scenes. These would be played in my mind when she was out of reach, when I needed someone to talk to, someone to just listen to me, and yes, someone to cry with me when need be. Our bond were intensified when she took the step to follow Jesus, after many, many talks of conversion, after finding for myself that there was someone else who was more interested in us than we were in each other, and that someone was Jesus. From then on, our relationship took on a new meaning. Not only did we share our life on this earth together, but we looked forward to living our lives in the earth made new. Although her life on this earth was short, I thank God for the lesson learned from her life. No matter how hard it seemed for her, and no matter how much she had to bear, she never murmured or complained. Even during her last days, when she solely depended on others to care for her, not a word of dissatisfaction or discontent was heard, but always says, "I'm fine." She taught me how to be patient by the life she lived, always remembering that it may be our time, but not God's time, and that we should wait on the Lord. Her loving care and tenderness towards her siblings, her children, relatives, and friends were vivid lessons demonstrating the love of Christ, was a lesson I did not only learn, but experienced from her. The selflessness, being a giver, and acts of kindness that she demonstrated daily did not only magnify the story of the miracles that Jesus performed with the loaves and the fish, but was a literal lesson experienced in her life when she took very little and was able to feed the family, and most importantly, was grateful for the little she had to share. Gertrude was not privileged to enjoy the finest things in life, but had the richest life of Christ. For one writer says, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. She had many of breathtaking moments. In Luke chapter 12, verses 15, the Bible says, and he said unto them, take heed, and beware of covetousness. For a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of things which he possesseth. Gertrude's rich life did not consist of the abundance of things that she possessed, but she possessed the character of Christ, a garment that we all must wear when we are a citizen of the kingdom. She never hesitated to assure me that she knows that God has prepared a place for her, and she was ready to take her rest till resurrection morning. Oh, what a glorious day that will be! For she awaits the day when the Lord shall pronounce, you have fought the good fight, you have kept the faith. Now enter into the joy of my Lord. Although I will miss such a gem, an undiscovered gem by many, I hold dear to our last conversation, that we shall meet again. We shall see each other under the tree of life in the New Jerusalem, where we will continue to live together. Let us all work to be in that number, where we shall all meet again in the earth made new. May your soul rest in peace, my friend. May God bless you all.